Here we go. Ah, this is so crazy having Hangout here. All right. All right, so right now I'm waiting for Piano Breaks members, but honestly, anyone who wants to ask me questions from the channel too, you can come on and just go ahead and ask me. You have to have a Google Plus account to get on this. It's like a Google Plus Hangout. Hey guys, this is a live Q&A. So originally it was just for Piano Breaks members, but really anyone can come on and ask me questions. If you, I guess if you have a Google Hangout account or a Google account, then you can just come on in. I might have to send you a link or something, but yeah, dude, you're free to ask me any questions that you want. Yes, there are 5 viewers. I love it. Do any of you guys have Google accounts? Or do you have any questions for me? You can go ahead and actually on the watch page, I wonder what you'd click. You would go. Oh, jeez. Do any of you guys have Google accounts? That's funny. Or do you have any questions for me? Oh, dude, Brian, what's up, man? Yeah, dude, if any of you guys have a Google account and you want to ask me questions, you can just come on. Oh, God, shit. You might, maybe you don't have the link, though. And it's all the Piano Breaks members. So they should have it. But Brian, yeah, if you, I don't know if you have a Google Plus account or anything that you can come on. Let's see. Oh man, the first thing I get is, do you have sheet music for your Nujabes pieces? No, I don't. I've had to answer that like a billion billion times because I've had a, oh sweet dude. Oh, your synth? Like your yeah, your keyboard? Not really. Well, no, you know what? I actually might play something, but I need to, like, I'm going to do this in the context of like helping people with their playing if they want, or I can play something too if you just want me to do that, because I really just gave I just gave like like the Piano Breaks members like this, like an open Q&A session, but I'm kind of opening up to like everyone on YouTube too. So hey, what's up, George? Yeah, we can read what you're saying. But yeah, circles aren't cool. I can play something like maybe a little bit later. I want to try to get someone on the call right now if I can. My favorite jam by Nujabes. I think I like. I don't even know what it's called actually. It was like on my computer. It was called like 151515, but like the beat goes like, and it's like it's very synthy actually. It's coincidentally that you just said that, you know. Yes, we have 7 viewers. This is fucking awesome. I need to do this with like, I need to set this up with this Emeronic channel, and like to have all you, like just anyone who wants to come out of the subscribers, or anyone else too, but like to come and just like, yeah, talk and stuff, and like finally get to interact with you guys, because it's like I was always just putting up videos and like playing, you know, but it never got to talk like you know, like face to face, and this is as close to face you're gonna get, except for like if we meet up like a live performance or something. But you know, I've only done like, well, I mean, I used to do it with like Logic. Fruity Loops. That was like way back. Like I used to use Fruity Loops to make a lot of music, and I made like tons of tracks, dude. Like I made like at least like 30 or 40 like kind of electronic-y tracks, like really newbie kind of tracks, but they're pretty cool though. I might like maybe just make a collection of them that and allow you guys to like download them through zip file or something at some point. But yeah, for Ableton and like the more modern programs, I haven't really used those except for Logic to like record my lesson audio, and also to record my freaking album, My Truth Unscripted. Like the whole thing was done through Logic, and I just went like straight in. So. Do you like know how to build jazz improvisation lines, motifs, and etc. in soloing? Well, George, do you have a Google account? Can you get on here so I can like whatever, circles aren't cool. God, I've been dealing with that shit for like 6 years too. You know, I heard it was Nujabes, and you know what? I freaking went to Japan, and that's the letters, like that's the syllables that they have there. Is Nujabesu, besu. So it's like, so Nujabes. Oh, okay. I guess I was kind of saying it like that. when I just said it like a few minutes ago. So I get what you're saying, but yeah, I know that it's new job is. But George, can you get on the call so I can kind of like direct it towards your own personal situation, you know? Because it's like if I get to see you and kind of like talk to you a little bit about like what you've done in your piano playing so far, then I can give you more direction, you know? Because I could talk about forming that stuff, but it's like if I don't know where you're starting at, then it's very, very hard to make it effective for you, you know, to actually give you something useful that you can, yeah. Okay. Can you get on the call? It's I can give you the here. Oh shit. Okay. I'm trying to post it in there. Okay, so George Lancaster. Well, George, if you check your email, then I can it should be in there. Like the last email that I sent had like like click this link to join the actual call, like rather than just watch it. And if you just click that link, it should, you know, get you right in here. And I'll actually put it in the video description. Maybe if some of you refresh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the video description. Boom. There we go. Join the call. Refresh. But yeah, do you have any other questions? You know, anything. I'm reading the chat right now, so I'll try to answer them as we go along. Let's see. All right. How are we doing? Can you guys hear me right now? And George, are you you just go to your email and click that link? Or also if you refresh this this watch page, then it should have the link to join this call in the description. So you just click that, and then you'll be added to the call. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, hey, Brian. Hey, man, what's up?
Hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yeah, dude.
Cool. Brian, by the way. Mark, yeah, thank you. Finally got the piano set up. I just got this synth, so I wanted to kind of mess around with it.
You just got it, like, and you just took it out.
Last week.
Oh, oh,
Last week, yeah. It was on sale on Craigslist, so I thought I would set it up.
awesome, dude. Let's
Yeah.
let's christen it or whatever you want to call it.
I guess yeah, I haven't really been playing
Oh,
it,
hey, Brian.
and I wanted to find a piano tune, so good enough, good enough.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
How,
I mean, this is just fucking. It's just open, like.
can you hear me?
Yeah. The more I say about it, the less it's gonna be organic. So let's just.
Brian, by the way. Hold on, let me turn off the other chat.
Sure.
But I guess when I'm freestyling or freestyling with friends, a problem I have is I get stuck playing the quarter notes, like in the 4-3-2-1 progression or 4-1. I
Yeah.
haven't played it in such a long time, but I'll get stuck playing like a quarter note rhythm. I don't know why I do that. But I kind of want to leave more space for my friends to jump in from time to time,
Like while you're soloing.
or give them a chance to solo more.
Oh, okay. Like what are your friends playing?
They'll be playing maybe sometimes guitar or bass or violin.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean for that you would play like little chords below them if you want them to solo. Or if you
Mhm.
guys want to solo together, then it's more then you would leave more space, yeah. And then what you're talking about. I
For
mean,
some reason, I just have a problem like not in the quarter notes. I don't know why. Maybe I'm scared to stop playing them or something. I'm not too sure.
okay, well go ahead and play a little bit. I just want to see if I can hear it.
Yeah, it has kind of a weird sound, but
Hi George, by the way.
what's that?
I was saying hi to George because he knows that he's a
I saw it over there. Hi, George.
Yeah, here.
nice to see you.
I guess I would just play. See what I mean? I always just keep on that.
Yeah, no,
I like that. I
that
love
was
it
good
though.
though. That was
But
like it was like turning into something, you know. Yeah. And
slowly.
well, yeah, but I mean, if that's the case, well, so you're talking about playing with friends though, right? Because if I were just hearing that right now, I could tell you some soloing tips, which would be to like you don't have to always play yeah on the beat. It's like you can do weird rhythms, like
Yeah.
you can just go like da 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 da.
Yeah. I always. It seems to me I'm always playing the rhythm naturally too. I don't know why that
Uh-huh.
is.
Yeah, I mean
See what I mean? I always.
that was
I
that
love
was
it.
good though. That was like
Hmm.
it was like turning.
I'm
Hey
like.
George, I think we can hear your watch page right now. Like it's going through the mic right now.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, hey.
Can you hear me? Am I in?
Yeah, you're in.
You're
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that,
I'm not at the keyboard. Yeah, the
that's
keyboard's
fine.
not in the room I'm in. But my question was regarding soloing.
All right, we'll get
You're
back to you,
soloing.
Brian.
Instead of, okay, I have all this chordal and scale knowledge, and chord tone, chord scale knowledge. And uh, I'm interested in like building lines, starting off with a motif and how to expand that motif, or uh, do maybe inversions of that motif, keep the line cohesive going with
Right.
different type, maybe rhythmic
Well,
ideas.
that's
But
perfect
once you
for
get
Brian
locked,
too right now then.
That's what yeah, that's what I'm more interested in is making a better solo line.
Well, that'll be good. Yeah, because okay, so Brian, you're just playing quarter notes, right?
Oh, did you hear what
What?
about motifs? That sounded pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So like, if you make a motif that's not quarter notes,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of something. I'll probably have to or play something, you know. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Okay. Yeah. Well, the whole thing about motifs is in licks is that you start with a lick, and then you start with that lick, and you have one very concrete thing that you know that you can play. You know, it's like da da da, like that's a lick, something. And then you go da 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 da. You know, and then like from there it can go even farther from that, right? From what I
Okay.
just sang. It's like now it was up here, it's like da da da, and then da 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 da. You know, like.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah.
But I'm starting with something very simple, like da da da. That's the lick.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That's
And then finish it
simple.
off at the end with maybe a better climax.
Yeah, with something else. Sometimes, you know, it's not usually the lick again and again and again at the end because you'll end it with something different, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. My problem is that okay, I have all this like altered chords on the dominant five chords, and I got all this knowledge and stuff, and I wanted to know how would that interfere with your licks, rhythmic and harmony. I mean, would that just come in time over just doing it, or and by one day, boom, it's there. Maybe practicing getting it under your fingernails and in muscle memory, and maybe it would be there. Like you're coming from, well, let's take a minor chord, going to a minor key. You have your usually your 2/5 minor flat 5 key, and go into an altered key on the 5 chord, trying to get back to your minor 1.
uh-huh.
Okay, so you have the string going, but you want to get that motif working. So how would you really go about getting the tones out of these different chord scales and chord tones you have? You're
That would be
be in a
hard.
mind playing guide tones 3 and 7.
Yeah, I mean, just arpeggios, literally the 3, 5, 7, and the
Oh, okay.
9. You use those as your
Yeah.
chord tones, and that's an easy way to do it. It's not like the way advanced way where you would try to like totally wiggle between the chord tones chromatically and like go all crazy. But if you wanted to, yeah, if you want to have some concrete way to do it, then just aim for the arpeggios, like of. So when you get to the C minor, then you play one of the notes of E flat major 7. You know, E flat, G, E flat, or D.
That's it.
Yeah. Or Brian,
Gotcha,
how
gotcha.
far are you into like?
I want George's piano IQ. I want his skills.
No, yeah, because I don't want to go above your head. I want to bring this back.
I'm trying to get it, but yeah, that's a little meaty for me there. Yeah. But,
Okay, then so what you're playing right now, all we're talking about is for that like the 2 chord, right?
yeah.
For the 2 chord, we're just talking about the arpeggio. So what you're playing in your right hand, the F A C E.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we're saying that when you go to the 2 chord, then you want to land on one of those notes, like an F A C E, or kind of stay around those notes while you're soloing.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all we're saying. And then when you go to the C major chord or the 1 chord, then you play the E, G, B, or D to shape your soloing as well. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So just to kind of break it down, because we're talking about like another scale or whatever, but it's the same thing.
I heard E minor. So,
We're talking about the arpeggio. So what you're playing in your right hand, F A C.
I heard some background.
Yeah.
I hear the.
Yeah, George, I think you can mute the YouTube watch page because now you're on this with me, with us right now.
Okay. How do I do that?
You can just X out that other window. Just exit out. Not this window.
Okay.
But the other window. Oh shit.
George, come back to us.
I know. Okay, well, he'll find his way back.
Hmm.
But in the meantime, okay, so yeah, that actually kind of ties into that because um yeah, you were kind of just going dun 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 dun
Maybe
dun.
it's just me, but I happen to play the same rhythms. But you're
Yeah,
trying to
well then
really snap.
just play something weird, like
Mhm.
just go ba-ding, like with like just that was it. That was EFGA, right?
All right.
Ba-ding.
Oh, not even. It sounds so weird down here. But I was using the EFGA. And the left hand is what chord? The one
Well,
chord or
no, I was
two?
actually going EFGA. I was playing EFG really fast and then hitting the A. So ba-da. So only the A is really heard very well. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. But my
So,
problem
so,
is more
so that's
left. Yeah.
what's that?
I think my soloing is okay, but the left I just seem to be hitting the same rhythm, like
Yeah,
my on autopilot or something.
and you are playing with people though, right? So your intention is to jam.
Yeah, more to jam.
Okay.
And even like when the drums come in, I'll still be playing that, like kind of leading rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Shouldn't I feel like maybe the drums would take over that, and I could change it up, but I can't. I can never do that. I don't know why. Maybe
How is the drums playing? Like what kind of style?
sometimes they'll even wait for me, and I'll like be doing my chord notes as I do, and I'll just come in with the time and then do skills and stuff. Pretty fun,
Okay,
and
okay. So
sometimes
it's
it'll
just
even be like
it's
freestyle rapping. Yeah.
is it like rock kind of drums? Like
Uh, it just whatever, kind of just matching the beat, kind of jazzy more hip hop style.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah, something like that. I'll be
Okay.
like, the drums.
That's cool. I like that though, but yeah, if you're not satisfied,
Well, no, I
uh,
actually I like it too, but
but
like
you
to
just want to
maybe
do something
some other
different.
kinds of melodies or rhythms. I just
Right.
I love it. I could play it all day, but and I do.
Well, you can use like 159s too,
Oh, I remember.
rhythmically though.
Yeah, I remember that learning that.
Yeah, like yeah, it's beautiful. Like so you know the 4-1 already. Well, you probably can play that then. It's like
Yeah,
F, C, G in your left hand.
yeah. Yes, I remember. It was a stretch for me. I kind of like, you know,
Yeah,
I was a
because you
little
can
lazy.
just play the F and C
Hmm.
and then go to the G, like after you release your pinky. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's not. It doesn't feel like such a stretch. It's like.
Mhm. No, just being lazy on my part.
But let's see. Okay, you're talking about rhythm. All right.
Oh, cool.
So, so right there. Um, I, yeah, you'd want to do something like that. I feel. Right?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Like that's what I feel. Because then that could be like really soft, easy drums. Like.
Nice and slow. 159. I forgot all about that. That was like one of the first lessons. Yeah. or in the
Yeah,
middle?
like because when you learn it, I try to make it in those so it's like this is really important. Listen,
Mhm. Yeah,
because you can use it in your freaking jams and you're playing,
yeah,
but
whatever.
sometimes
Yeah,
what's that?
that's great though.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. But what I was doing there was I was going 1 5 1 5 9 done. So
Mm-hmm.
1 5 9 done.
Do,
It's
do,
and in my right hand I would play um C and E
Okay.
for this F C. Yeah.
Hmm.
So go with your left hand.
Mhm.
Dun 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 dun.
Is that
Yeah.
right? FCA, right?
FCG.
FCG. Interesting.
But actually, are you playing really low right now?
It is. Could be. I'm not used to these sounds yet, so it sounds a little low, right?
That sounds like dirty low. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Sounds a little jump. That's another problem I have. I can't. With my left hand, I'm always hitting all the notes together. I remember I sent you an email when I was doing the new Java-based one, and I'm splitting it up, splitting my fingers, like you were saying, hitting the pinky, and then your index finger, and then the thumb.
Oh, but you're hitting the like additional notes.
Uh, no, but like breaking up the chord, I have problems with that too. Like before in one of your
Oh,
saying,
okay.
don't try not to hit all the notes together. It's kind of jumbling up the sound.
Do you have a pedal?
No, no sustain, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, get one of those.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, next on the list there. But usually I'll play with a piano at school, and they have the full sustain. So big difference.
Yeah, so you're in Japan right now, right?
Yeah, it's Sunday morning over here, or afternoon, getting late. Yeah, I saw the
Uh-huh.
email and I was like, oh, let's actually check it out because I might as well. It's
Yeah,
like a free lesson. You know what I mean? Thanks, man.
basically, yeah. For whoever comes, it's like, yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to, yeah, just open it up, like put myself out there, so I can interact with you,
No, thanks.
get some
Yeah, I'm
feedback. Just
playing.
what's that?
hmm. Oh, nothing. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump on the piano. I'm playing "Oh Christmas Tree" for some background music at a concert because I'm a teacher. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
be switching off acoustic and piano, so I got to learn "Oh Christmas Tree"
Oh,
again for this. Yeah.
oh, dude,
I,
I wish I could teach you. Christmas time is here.
I know. I just remember I saw I can actually play that on an acoustic guitar, so I was thinking about trying to play it on the piano, but it looks pretty challenging.
It's not that hard. Well, it's got a few chords for sure,
Mhm.
but yeah, it would take a little while to learn.
Yeah, I thought so. But yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, it's a great song. I was playing it last year for Christmas. It's a good, although it's like a sad Christmas song, it's still like Christmassy. You know what I mean? With Charlie Brown's a classic. So I was
Yeah.
trying to remember that composer's name who composed all the Charlie Brown stuff.
Oh, isn't it? It's
I thought
not
it was with.
Brubeck. It's not Brubeck, is it? It's
It's just a Google
that
search.
dude. That dude. I know. Yeah, I know. It's like his name. Um, he's freaking good though.
hmm
Like really good.
Yeah, I just played the Thanksgiving for my students.
For Thanksgiving.
The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh. I didn't know there was one. I thought there was just a Christmas
Yeah.
Charlie
There's
Brown.
a bunch actually. Vince Guagliardi.
Oh, yeah, Girardi. Yeah.
Girardi. Cool, but yeah, I'm trying to jump back in to the piano thing. I was playing 4/1 progression for a while, and I kind of like instead of progressing more, I kind of just stopped. So like, I'm not even sure what's next on your video lessons. What's the next
Oh,
step to the 4/1?
well, where have you gotten past?
I think I just got the first section. I grabbed that. I'm gonna go to the next one, but I got held back. George is back.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
That's a good tune. That Christmas, yeah, Christmas time is here. It's beautiful. Some nice jazz changes. I like that half step up to that D flat major. If you're in the key of C, it's really pretty. I mean, you can run a nice 9 arpeggio on that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I like that song.
Brian
It's a
knows
good song.
exactly what you're talking about.
Sounds similar. Well, I got C
No,
to
and
D.
actually you do. Yeah, you know an arpeggio with a 9, 3, 5, 7, 9, right?
Right.
That's
Sounds-
what you
Very
play.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that piano talk. It gets me fired up, actually.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get used to, get used to it, and then it's like, oh, that's just what they're talking about. It's not that
Mhm.
complicated. Well, sometimes it is.
Jazz is complicated. Jazz is not easy.
Yeah.
Nice jazz
People
change.
say
Yeah,
that, but this way, I feel like the more freestyle is more fun. I feel like I'll jump on the piano in front of my students who've only learned classical, like hitting the lessons hard, and I was like, you know how to freestyle. I think it's really easy, but yeah, people always say jazz is so hard.
Yeah.
Why do they?
Well, it depends. If like the very advanced stuff, I mean, I still need to study more of that too. It's like, so when you talk about that stuff, for me, it even seems hard. Like the very very advanced, like like learning all of the harmonic minor scales, or like really hitting each like flat 9, flat 13th exactly when you want to hit it at the right time. It's like on chords that are going real quick. It's really crazy. You just got to practice a lot.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about is just free improvisation, and that's a little bit it's a little bit easier to learn. I mean, but even then, it's still sometimes people can I think screw up teaching that. So, but I mean, that's what these lessons are based around, is just getting you playing that as quickly as possible, which is obvious that you've done
Well,
it.
Mark, like it's I mean, that's what's so beautiful about jazz. I mean, classics, you are restricted to play exactly the way the composer wrote it. But in our type of jazz styling and music, we can make mistakes, but they are not mistakes. Maybe they might be bad choices, but everything can be done in a pretty fashion. Really, no wrongs in jazz.
Yeah,
That's why
that's a very important point.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Even though I guess you said improvisation, but I say it's a little jazzy. But yeah, no mistake.
No, it's jazzy. Yeah, no, it is. It's just like, yeah, it's jazzy. It's like nothing else to say about that. It's jazz, is free improvisation. It's a different kind of jazz from what people think about, which is like a band playing together, playing some tunes, like straight up like a song that has a structure to it.
Word.
Yeah.
I actually have to get going. I just checked the time. I'm gonna go see Interstellar later. So anyway, Mark, thank you. I'll remember the 159 and start hitting that a little more, because
No
that's
problem, man. I mean, I want to give you something.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi and get out there and say what's up. George,
Awesome,
you too.
dude. I'm glad you came on, man. I
Why not?
love this.
Well, yeah, I've enjoyed the session, and I like this gentleman. I mean, he's doing good, and he's got motivation and the right road to go down and stuff, and that's the way you should go. I really like what he's all about.
Cool, George.
And I mean, I've been jamming for over 50 some odd years, so the young people, the guys got to get to my plateau in age. I'm not
Right.
necessarily
So for you, it's more. My lessons are more of like getting to the feeling part of it. It's more that part then, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
If you
So,
know it,
yeah, and be able to incorporate the harder stuff into rhythm and keeping the right rhythm and time and without, like I said, you can hit a wrong note, but you can dress it up by saying, okay, I'm going to make this relevant to the chord or the chord
right,
scale key down,
right.
you
Make a
know?
mistake,
And,
but then make it work. If you just kind
uh,
of Brian, if you just do that a lot of times, just play something weird and then just make it work.
yeah,
George
yeah.
sounds
I
like he
mean,
has
nobody can be any
style.
more weird than Monk, Thelonious Monk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I don't like Thelonious Monk very much, probably because of that. That's funny.
Hey, by the way, Mark, I did find the mute button. I had to fool around with the screen and things. Like I say, I'm not too, used to the live stuff and everything, but it's really nice, and I really thank you so much for putting yourself out there and, be able to give all this free information and real like, was it Brian or saying
Ryan.
about the yeah, Brian was saying about the free lessons is beautiful. I mean, it's for the society to get out there, and we need to train more jazz musicians to keep jazz alive. I'm also into R&B, and my background is all gospel anyway. Okay,
Oh, nice.
and rhythm and blues, gospel, blues, because that was my culture just growing up in AME uh, church.
Uh-huh.
So, and I just love that type of music, hip hop, and you get a
Yeah,
good rhythm going behind hip hop, and Brian has some good stuff going there in the background. You can rap to it.
Right?
exactly.
Me and my friends, that's all we do to goof around sometimes. Hey, it's pretty fun, and all the funniest lines come out too. So yeah, just the simple stuff, but it's fun jamming out and doing a little hip hop and freestyling.
If someone has a
But
cajon, I mean
I
that's
enjoy you, Brian. Brian, I enjoyed you, and it was very nice to encounter with you.
yeah, man, George, take it easy. Yeah, Mark too. I gotta get going. So
Yeah,
yeah,
good
thank.
luck to
Yeah, I'd
you.
all
love
right.
to.
Okay.
All right, Brian, take care, dude.
Later.
All right, later. All right, George. Oh, I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm highly impressed with the
My friends, that's all we do to goof around sometimes.
live webinar. It's been very good. Maybe next one I'll have a little more questions asked and maybe not
Well,
as
I could stay on
sophisticated.
for longer if you
Or,
need. I could stay on for another
uh,
20 minutes, literally. So if you got some questions, then
well,
I'm here.
I just think of any right now. Off my main question was just trying to make cohesive, nice rhythmic motif develop, and that's more I'm interested in how to develop a motif, and that's really an art to take a motif and have to change it into you can invert it. I know you can do sequencing or whatnot.
Mhm.
Webinar, it's been very good.
Yeah. I mean, for me, a lot of it is just feeling, but at the same time, it's also like what I just, what I said earlier was just making licks and then expanding upon those, like I'll take something you clearly you probably already know how to do this, so that's good, so that it can be simple for you. George, you joined the call twice now. Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
George,
yeah.
I
I
think
got
you're on the call twice.
AT&T Yahoo. It takes me in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Here. I think I. Okay, there. I got the other one from the call. Okay. Now it's good.
Yeah, there might be
Okay.
others that might have questions that you have to address, out there tonight.
I don't know actually. I haven't looked on the. Oh no, no one's really said anything except for Pud Juggler.
Everybody's listening.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So for a lick, right? So take like D minor seventh to E flat minor 7. I do that a lot. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
And you just play D Dorian on D minor 7, and then you play E flat Dorian on E flat minor 7. And so
Yeah,
like
I was on your series on the soloing, the jazz break, piano breaks soloing
awesome.
and licks, soloing and licks. Yeah, I learned a lot of that. That was a very good one and stuff. In fact, that helped me with my scalar approach.
That's awesome, man. Like I think especially for you, since you know how to play like really well already, then all that focus is on is like just making licks, you know. And yeah, so that approach, right? The interval approach, where you make an interval, you do okay. I'm going up with it, right? And then like da da da, and then you go up the keyboard with it, and da 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 da, you know, like that lick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you've already kind of gone through a lot of that. Then, if you've watched those lessons and listened to them, so are you just like solidifying your like knowledge of it or your ability to execute? That's what you're talking about.
Yes, right, right. Execute. Like I said, I have all this knowledge, and I know I can run up a melodic scale, half step up on the dominant 7 chord, my altered, and then. But I mean, I want to try not to have it sound like a practice session, but a more integrated, you know, makes sense. You know, jazz solo. You know, I know there's the loudness, the softness, the tension, the release, all that's involved and everything. You know, but I guess it's get away from just doing arpeggios and scales because that will root you into accept your idea of just changing a half step up with your scalar and come down a half step. But
it's a very like modal approach.
Rhythm. Right. Yeah, that's the main thing. You know, but yet and still, all that scalar, arpeggio, chordal knowledge is great because you get your hands in shape and fingers into that positioning and that type of chordal relationship. Moving up and down, I mean, you have to practice your technique in order to get the fluency you need and things, you know. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm not near the piano.
Can you mute the thing? I can hear myself coming through from like a few minutes ago. Oh no, not you. Don't mute yourself, but mute the video, like the video that was playing before.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on like a YouTube watch page.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
click the video.
That's where I gotta go.
There we go. Yeah, now it's on.
Yeah.
Well, so you've tried making your own licks already.
So this is very good. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and you know, and I don't want to get rutted into learning a whole bunch of licks or doing a whole bunch of reading on licks or anything. I want to be able to build my licks, and surely enough, it's beginning to come around. Now, like I said, my style of playing before has been R&B, gospel, and it's just chordal, a lot of chordal work, and not so much on the composition side, and that's what you have to be to be a good jazz improv player. You have to really know how to compose, just about, to make a nice motif, do what kind of alteration you have to do, elongation, and I guess that just will come maybe in practice. I guess I'm asking the question, do you agree that the more I maybe try to develop my soloing, it will come by practicing that line as opposed to just all scalar, chordal, and arpeggiated practice?
Yeah, I notice my breakthroughs come by learning other people's licks, to be honest. Like and playing them in time and learning them very, very quickly. And then for me, just freestyling completely, like and then in doing that, making my own licks. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm trying to think of it. You know, like
I heard that school of thought too. They say you learn from the masters.
yeah, you know, like, and then you can, and even then, because all of the licks are so perfectly formulated, because it was made by a master. You know, so he
Yeah.
did hit the flat six and the sharp nine on that chord to perfectly to hit the major. You know, afterwards or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so he knows how to do that, and he did that in that lick. So then later, when you're soloing on your own, you see that, and you're like, oh, I can use the, you know, like
Right.
sharp nine, flat nine to the one. Like, you know, it's like bam, like right there.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, you get it in muscle memory, you get it in your ears, and get it in your fingertips. Okay. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Yeah. Of course, they probably learned it that way to somebody too. From the greats, you know, because I mean, it really took off in about the 40s, late 40s and 50s. That's when jazz really started. But these guys were learning. Well, Ray, for example, okay, he turned blind, but before he turned blind, he just used to just watch people how to play, that were players and things. So a lot just comes eventually. You just pick it up and things by listening and developing his things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and copying. Yeah, that's like a big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big help. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Try to
because
copy and
learn one lick, and it'll be over one certain like 2-5-1 or whatever. And you've already probably done this too. You already know, But
yeah.
And then just keep learning them and learning them, learning them, learning them. And for me personally, I need to do that too. I'm like right up there with you in that. Like, I'm at a certain point where I've been at the same point for a few years too. And I feel like, I'm kind of stagnating, like that's why I haven't, like, I have material to make new lessons and everything. And there's a lot of stuff with that's different too. Cause like my videographer, like now the company is like just owned by me. So I'm doing everything. And like, so there's all that stuff going on. But anyways, like I haven't made any more lessons because I feel like I haven't really progressed myself. Like, so I need to like also do what you're talking about, which is just listen to licks and hit the licks, man, and just hit them at a slow tempo and then get them real quick.
Right.
Until it's muscle memory. Yeah, it's second nature to do it, and that's when you get really freaking good.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I'll do more of that. Now, that little hint is helpful that you threw out there. And another segment that I seem to be having a problem, left hand walking bass. Not so much chord voicing. Okay, you can do the rootless chord voicing on your third on the bottom, your seven on the bottom, and then move accordingly to your next one. Usually the jazz music based up 2-5-1. Or the 7, if you're in the minor, the 7-3, which is a 2-5-1 in the minor from the relative major key, if I make sense. You're in B flat, you got the A flat minor second as your 2 chord to the G minor. And then you got the 5 chord D7 to the G minor. But the D7 is actually 3 of the major relative, B flat major. I'm always in and out of keys. I call cross relation, or better still, call it tritone substitution, and moving that around a lot. And that's sometimes where I get confused and get hung up is with these tritone substitutions. And instead of going to a G, I'll go to a D flat. Okay, and of course, if you play the melodic minor a half step up from G to the A flat, you're going to hit the D flat chords. But if you're in the middle of a key tonal center, that's where the trouble. In the middle of a key tonal center, you're in C, but all of a sudden here you're taking it out. The A flat, B flat on the G scale. But that's where I'll have to learn to work it in. But like you said, listen more, and how the masters are doing it. And my other problem is try to keep a good walk left hand bass at times, like when where I play with a trumpet player and a bass man. In fact, the trumpeter plays the bass.
Mm.
And while he's trumpeting, I try to keep that bass going that he's playing when I am soloing, and stuff. So another area that I like to work on is maybe I didn't see any left-hand ideas with you other than chording. I'm not talking about chording now, and I'm talking composition.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about I'm talking
Yeah,
about maybe single notation in the.
I'm not the one that I would ask for that, like for any kind of like either boogie woogie, like big left hand like stride stuff, like all that. I don't go into much of that at all. Just like mostly one by
No, not so much that. Just single scalar and arpeggiated lines, but coming down on a half step above or below, or even diatonic, whole step above, half step diatonic down. But strange enough, I'm learning more from basses. And now I'm a keyboardist. I've been a keyboardist, and for over what 50 some odd years. Church bands and rhythm and blues and R&B bands and all that. Okay, but now I said, okay, I want to do some more jazz soloing and stuff. And I said, but I'm learning more from basses, even though I'm the keyboardist. I'm studying a lot, and I see what basses are doing and which our solo instruments are doing, such as flute, trumpet, and horn. Just by watching those videos, that seemed to be helping a lot, and listening to a lot of horn players, because really a saxophone and trumpets are really more American jazz instruments, even though they started over in England, most of those instruments. But the classical musicians didn't use those so much. These trumpet and saxophones more related to jazz. So that's what I'm trying to do to get more involved with such short period of time. That's my trouble in trying to get all this. But you're leading me as to listening more, and I begin to feel okay. I'm going out again. Internet Explorer is closed on me again. Okay.
I can see you just
I
fine.
mean,
Well, so
this is all I have.
well, I think we lost him. Yeah, guys, like whoever is doing this right now, you can totally just join the call, and I'll ask you, or I'll answer any questions that you have, like that, for me. And I actually don't even know if you're from like the jazz hip hop part, or you're just trying to learn piano too. But you can ask me literally any questions that you want right now. It's like completely open. So yeah, go ahead. Just click the link in the description, and then you can go ask me some questions. Well, in the meantime, I'll play something. All right, well, it looks like we lost George. So I'm going to go ahead and end it now because it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. So this was a lot of fun. Like, I'm glad that some people actually came on and yeah, dude, I got to do this with more of you guys, like, who are on the channel and just like have a totally open thing. Maybe even where I play like that for like 30 minutes or an hour. I mean, who knows, you know? I'm thinking about that in my head. Like that would be kind of fun. Just a like emeronic hour or something like that. Oh, I was just about to end it, but Tyron Jung is coming online. All right. Are you there, man? Hello? Let's see. I think your audio is fine, so maybe if you speak. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I'll stay on, I'll stay on and answer some of your questions. Why the heck not? And maybe you'll be the last person, unless like a flood of people start coming or something. But I'm down to do more of these. So, yeah. Hello, Mark. Oh, dude, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sweet, yeah, dude, I can hear you.
Hi, Mark.
What's up? Hey,
Yeah,
where are you from? Like, what do I know you from? Are you
oh,
part of Piano Breaks, or are you from the Emeronic channel?
no, actually, I'm a nobody. I'm not really anyone. I just like to listen to you play. That's all. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, man. Like, how long have you been listening, or did you just stumble upon it right now? Like,
Oh, actually, I've been going through your lessons since I guess a few months ago. I guess 2 months now. Yeah.
uh-huh.
So yeah, I guess I don't know. I really don't have that many questions. I just want to say hi. I guess I just want to like yeah. I guess I just really want to find out if you're really there. That's all. That's really cool. So yeah.
Dude, thanks, man. Yeah, where are you from?
Yes.
Like, are you trying to get better at piano right now? And you don't necessarily have to. Like, this call is just like, yeah, like you can just come on and just, talk and chill. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm from Canada, and I'm an engineering student at the University of Waterloo. Currently in my second year. So I guess I'm not really a musical person, but I don't know, like something like jazz music just attracted me so much that I decided to start learning. And I've never played the piano before, but like I guess going through lessons has I don't know, really made the past 2 months of my life. So yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess like I do have one question, and that's like, because you know that I don't have a musical background, but I guess I really want to know if you ever had a particular day where you just felt like, you know what, this is the day where like you just felt like jazz piano was for you. Like you just want to go and do it forever for the rest of your life.
Like,
Like, did you ever have that day?
uh, to me, to me, it's more like I just I just play because it feels good. Like, yeah, that's literally all it is. Like, I just play because it makes me feel good and it helps me express my emotions. That's why the whole, course is about that. It's like it just makes me feel good to play. And that's it. And then if it ever doesn't really make me feel good to play anymore, then it's not that I would just discard it entirely, but I guess that's a big motivation for me to play it because it's like, why else do you do things? Because it's what you want to do, right? And it's what makes you personally feel good and fulfilled. And yeah, expressing
Well,
myself like that is like freeing. I'm put in like another freaking world, like it's very, I guess, meditative in that way, or just like, yeah, I mean, but you can do it with anything really, like that kind of. Um, I guess it's just when you stop, yeah, when you stop thinking, and when you're just doing it. Like maybe if you're an engineer, like what do you like to do? Do you like to build stuff and find out how it works, right? That's kind of like the nuts and bolts of an engineer.
yeah, but I mean, like, if I guess if it's easier for you to understand, I'm also an artist, like, not really a full-time artist, but like, I just like draw in my own free time, and I guess like that's like a medium that's like a bit easier to relate to in terms of, I guess, I don't know, musical composition, because I guess like you talk about collages in your lessons, right? And that's like sort of like an analogy between like art and music. So like when I draw, I get like really obsessed, but there are also times when I just feel like I just don't feel like drawing at all. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
so I
yeah, dude.
just like, do you ever get that with piano though? Like I see that you're really passionate about playing the jazz piano, but I mean I don't know. Like, do you ever feel like you just want to stay away from the piano? Like
Yes,
for a really?
absolutely.
So okay, so I guess like you've had those times when you just want to like take a break from playing the piano completely and just stay away from it, do other things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just telling my friend today. I had lunch with him, and I told him like, because like the past few years, I haven't felt like playing that much,
Right.
because of various reasons. But just it's like if you don't feel good, then sometimes you just don't feel like playing. You don't feel like drawing. You don't feel like expressing yourself. Uh, yeah, and I totally did not want to, and I totally did not. Um, like try to get better either, because like that's a big part of like the fulfillment too, is like you're improving and you're getting better. And yeah, so I didn't want to get better like for a few years, so because I reached a point, like where I was like, okay, I can play pretty well and I can solo on like chords and improvise, and I can play the songs I want to play, a lot of them anyways, like the all kinds of jazz songs and stuff. um, but then I kind of like stopped there,
Yeah.
and
Is it? Well, no, continue, please.
uh oh yeah, so right now I'm like kind of at a point where I'm like, okay, now I waited kind of long enough, or whatever needed to happen in my life for me to feel like, okay, it's time to get really freaking good, and then to like either start performing or playing with someone else. Because with these videos, I played, with that drummer friend of mine for like 6 years. And so like six
Right.
years of my life was like a lot of this just looking at this YouTube channel, you know? And
Right.
like it was just constantly I don't know, because you've seen the lessons, but maybe if you go back and look at all those videos, there's tons of videos of my friend and I playing.
Right.
uh,
Right. Yeah.
but that like I don't know, I just got to a point where I didn't want to play anymore, and I just like sometimes band partnerships kind of like go their separate ways, and that's kind of what happened here. And I just didn't want to even be near like the channel in that way anymore. Like just for a little
Right,
while.
right. Yeah.
But
Well, now you're back.
yeah, I mean, you need your space, and now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next too. Like, am I just gonna do something like this where I just broadcast for like an hour and just play? Dude, that would be awesome. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And actually, I just had the idea of someone who drew to broadcast while they draw, and it's just like
Right, right, yeah.
that'd be cool too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like live music, like on
What's that?
YouTube. Live music on YouTube sounds like a pretty cool idea. So yeah. I mean, like I guess that's how you can start off, like just because a lot of things are just beginning on YouTube these days. Maybe that's another medium that you can tackle through YouTube.
Yeah, instead of just having like a 5-minute video, yeah, an hour of me improvising. I mean, who knows who will listen to that? But I'm sure there'll be enough people for you to feel good about it. About like, well, actually, I wouldn't even need people to really be listening barely, because I would be having fun anyways. It's not like, yeah, that's another thing is if you're doing things just for views or just so other people are gonna like it,
Yeah.
that'll kill your passion real quick, and that'll make you so you don't want to draw at all.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck drawing, like like mom and dad or whoever, or like the teacher just wants me to draw this little thing. It's like I don't want to draw that.
Right. Well, I've never really drawn because I felt forced to do it. I just always did it. It was more like an obsession, I guess. But it's kind of hard to continue with an obsession because it does get unhealthy from time to time.
Just too much.
But
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, that here too. I mean, with piano, that for sure that can happen too. Yeah, because there's a lot of truth to that, like starving. No, not starving artists. But what I mean is like, yeah, artists being very like, yeah, hurt or like having some traumas, and like that's the reason why they play, or that's the reason why they draw.
Right.
It's true. I think that's true. That's just true. But yeah, and so like as I become like more mature and I grow, I have a different relationship with the piano, because before it was like I needed the piano because I wanted to be heard, like that was my thing, like I
Right.
needed to be heard by like the society, by my parents, by like my friends, yeah, like in
Right. So you started out with classical piano then.
no
Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
no I started playing jazz trumpet in like my jazz band in high
Oh,
school.
okay. Right.
Yeah. Or I played like violin in 4th grade, so like when I was like 10 years old.
Right.
And then I started playing trumpet for like 6 years, going from middle school to high school. And yeah, and then senior year of high school, I started to play piano like more seriously and like really start to like learn jazz music and like jazz chords and scales and just started to like express myself. But really it would just be like I would go crazy, crazy in the way of like I would go to the piano and just like like boom, like just play with like crazy shit, like whatever the fuck I wanted to play, and like that was my thing, and I'm like at the end of it you just feel like fuck yeah. That's how I felt, anyways. Like if I go to the piano and I man, I feel like, like, like it's a very masculine feeling. That's kind of in the lessons I talk about that.
Right.
Very like, fuck yeah, like that kind of.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like it too, right?
Yeah. Just
Sounds
nailing it.
like holy shit, yeah, like you know, it's a lot of fun to play that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think I can get it.
yeah. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about though.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, nothing really matters anyway. But I guess like the other question that I had is, well, like you know that I started about 2 months ago going through your lessons and playing the keyboard and things. But I guess like one thing that I'm afraid of is because I've been playing sort of I guess less frequently before. Like I would play like every other day, or like about 30 minutes to 1 hour. But these days I've been like I guess getting more into it, like being more immersed in the I guess art of playing the keyboard or I guess jazz piano, and I've been playing I guess every day now. But I guess like the other question that I had is, well, yeah, so I've been playing every day now, more frequently.
Uh-huh.
And one thing I'm afraid of is like if I'll ever feel that limit where I can't improve anymore. You know what I mean? Like let's say like for me as an engineering student at a university, right?
I just want
Like
to say
I'm learning like
hi to Wacky Kids and DJ Wisdom, whoever is on the call. Like I'm very welcoming you guys to come in, and you can, you can join the call too, and that's totally cool, and you can ask whatever questions you want. All right. So go ahead and continue though. Sorry. All right. So you're talking about
yeah.
coming to like a limit, like a plateau in your playing, right?
Yeah. So if I ever feel that limit, if I'm like attending university, let's say, and I'm learning like higher level mathematics and higher level physics, and at some point I just feel like, man, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like I can't improve. I can't learn new things. I can't learn new techniques to like improve myself. Like have you ever felt that way, and how did you overcome it? If you
Yeah,
did.
dude. Yeah. I mean, I felt that with jazz. You know, I feel that. I feel that now. Sometimes like when I look at some of the like much more advanced jazz stuff and learning like improve my left hand, I'm like, it's like you can't even fathom how you're gonna be able to tackle that, right? That's
Right.
yeah, yeah, and I'm learning myself too, man. I mean, I'm 27. I'm gonna be 28 soon. Um, But I'm really finding that like this having a path to mastery, like running into that plateau. Oh yeah, you can't learn any higher level math. It's like that's bullshit, and you know it. Like with enough study, eventually you'll learn it. I mean, like yeah, and you sound young too, and you're in college, so
Well,
you're probably like what, 20
well, I'm
something.
actually 20. I'm 20. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just the challenge. That's what I'm realizing is like that you feel that plateau. Um, yeah, that's the challenge, and so it's whether you're gonna fold under that, or you're gonna totally like blossom, for lack of a better word, but that's actually a pretty good word for that.
Yeah, it is. It is actually.
Yeah, because like it's like you can fold or you can um yeah, that's like straight up like life giving you like a
It's life
test.
being a bitch.
Yeah, but if you actually do it, then you get to feel the feeling of like, wow, because like then you're on the other side of that, and you're like, wow, I was a fucking idiot telling myself that I couldn't learn this, like the higher level mathematics and stuff.
Right.
Um, 'Cause that's just your fear talking, man. That's like, yeah, yeah, just fear of like I'm not good enough. I'm not gonna be able to learn it. Like, yeah, yeah, that's where that's coming from, and yeah, and me myself, I still have to apply myself to jazz piano. Like I know in my head I have to like study. I was actually I was making this analogy with my friend earlier too, but it's like oh yeah, for these past 3 years, I haven't wanted to play piano at all, and then I said fuck it, I don't want to study it. I'll just make these lessons, and then kind of like not get better really, and it'll be okay from there. But I think I had a plan for myself to get better later.
Right.
But anyways, so what I envisioned it as is like Goku going into the gravity.
The time palace, right? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's like, fuck yeah, you know, like training under like 100 times gravity, and then like that's kind of what I see myself doing with this, because I see myself playing, like I should be playing in like a lot of different countries and like performing, and a lot of my lessons should just be like fucking like disseminated all over like the globe, or at least in a lot of different countries, and I'm just like, and so I just know I kind of have to learn it. I have to apply myself to like, and I know exactly how to do it too with this in a way, you know. I just need to learn a lot more like licks, scales, but more than that, it's like I know what I have to do in a way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, good questions, man. Those are really really timely for me because of this, because of feeling like, okay, it's time to get better, you know.
Right.
And maybe I don't know if you're at that point with engineering. It sounds like you're not yet, but you're going to be, or?
Maybe, yeah. I actually have no idea. I can't really tell the future.
Yeah. And you don't know what you want. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're one of those people, because it seems like engineers seem to know that they want to be an engineer.
Yeah, not me though.
Oh,
I don't
no?
know, I don't really know what I want to be.
Well, if it gives you any consolation, I was a chemistry major, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And now you're doing jazz piano. That's pretty cool.
And I'm running. I mean, it's just my day job, but I'm running like a sound. I run like sound for like hotel ballrooms. So like I set up speakers and run the mixer board and that kind of thing. And guys, I see your questions, by the way, the Osteric and Wacky Kids and stuff. No, I don't have perfect pitch. I have like relative for sure, but everyone has a relative. You just have one note, and then you based on that note, you see how far the other one, you know, sounds to you. So you can tell them apart. And the topic was just whatever Tyron was asking, which he was asking about, you know, having plateaus in your skill level, and what to do about them, and like what they mean. Yeah, and yeah, that was fucking good question, man. I'm glad I did this, and I'm glad you came on before I got off the call, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's an honor.
Oh man, thanks. Yeah, and yeah, I mean keep learning if that's your thing, because I had on. Sounds like you're just like, oh yeah, jazz is pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna start learning it, and it's just kind of like a something that came up, like you just searched for jazz piano lessons and you found it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's more like I watched. I don't know if you know Hiromi. Like she's a Japanese jazz pianist, but
oh, dude,
yeah, I've been watching her.
Dude,
You
gotta check out my video, Place to Be.
Oh, true. Yeah. All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, I did the drummer and bassist that I play with, we did a cover of that, and yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, so that's probably why I suggested it or something like that. Google's really smart, so.
Right. All right. Well, thanks a lot for your answers. I think that cleared up a lot of things, and I guess I guess they were really timely questions. So I'm glad that was the case.
Hiromi is awesome.
Dude, you gotta check out my video, Place to Be. Hey, Wacky, could you turn off like the video? The drummer and bassist that I play with, we did a cover of that.
Oh crap.
Yeah. Hey, Wacky?
Yeah.
Wacky Kids?
Yeah.
Just quit the video, because we can hear it.
Oh crap.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right, is it Tyron or Tyron?
Well, you can just call me Ty, I guess. And I'm not sure if we'll ever talk again, but hopefully, maybe in the future.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, thanks a lot. I guess I'll go and play some piano right now.
Huh.
awesome, dude. I mean, feel free to email me later. Yeah.
Sure. All right,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Mark.
Thanks a lot for coming on the call, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Well,
Peace.
do you know that guy? Not at all.
No. Well, now I do. He's awesome. He was I guess he came across the videos like 2 months ago. He's like been learning piano and cool engineering student from Canada.
Oh, that is cool. But,
Yeah.
I didn't recently start playing piano, well, jazz piano, but I've been playing for about a year now. I've been teaching myself, and yeah, it's been a great experience. I've been watching a couple of your videos a couple months ago too. Pretty awesome. Like New Jobbies, I love New Jobbies. Oh my god.
Right, yeah, like so you were already learning piano and it just happened that like I'm teaching jazz piano and I play new Jabez.
I'm
Or
actually, I'm actually trying to go to college for music. I'm a high school senior in Georgia.
yeah. What's your name? If you
DJ.
don't mind.
DJ.
DJ?
Yeah, DJ.
Cool.
But yeah, dang, you guys were talking for a while, an hour and something. I didn't even know you were doing a live chat.
No, yeah, I just sent emails out to like on piano breaks, like to the people, to the members. But then I just opened it up for everyone just because, well, to be honest, like not that many people showed up, but enough people showed up to give me some people to talk to though. So, but I'm totally fine to just talk with any subscribers too, because I haven't really done this kind of thing for my subscribers, and I've
Yeah.
been having this for like 6 years.
Where you been, man? Where you been? Where are your videos? Where are those tutorials at?
I mean, there's quite a few online, but yeah, I know. Well, for me, it was more like the videographer that I've been doing it with, like we kind of like went our separate ways for like the business of like piano breaks. So it's been hard for me to get like someone who will do that, or to just do it myself too, to have to
Yeah.
edit the videos and stuff, and
So-
especially for free, like it's
Oh, yeah.
and if you don't have a like, yeah, because to get free time you need money, to like for free time, to buy you free time for like rent and and all the other costs that you incur just by living.
Yeah, that's another thing. So you went to college for music, right?
No.
You didn't? I could have sworn
No.
went to college for music. So what do you do besides play music? How do you live? How do you pay your expenses and all that?
I'm I'm like an audio guy in like either like hotel ballrooms, like, or like in stores or malls. Sometimes we'll do like fashion shows and stuff. So I'll set up speakers and I'll run the mixer board, and like kind of bring the music up when the girls come out and do the finale music and all that kind of stuff. And I help set up like the stages and the walls for them too. They do a lot of things, but that's a lot of what I do.
That's pretty cool.
So like an audio guy,
Yeah.
which is perfect, right?
So did you major in that in college? Is that your major?
No.
Sound
No,
production,
I
engineering,
was a chemistry major.
chemistry?
Yeah.
Wait, are you? Where do you live? If you don't mind me asking you.
It's like it's like a little south of like LA in California.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Orange County basically.
So who are your favorite jazz composers?
Well, Bill Evans is like definitely like whenever I listen to his music,
Yeah,
it's
Bill Evans is one of my favorites too.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, he was the first one who got me into jazz. Him and Chet Baker, who is a trumpet player, because I used to play trumpet too. So yeah, so that's how I learned a lot of the ways that I form licks in my right hand, and like I can listen a lot better because I learned all of like Chet Baker trumpet players solos, and I would transcribe them and then play them all the way through, kind of thing.
That's what I'm
But
trying.
yeah, I know Bill Evans and Chet Baker. I really like Wes Montgomery too.
Oh, I never heard of him.
I need to get more of his stuff though. He's a guitarist, like jazz guitarist. He's very, very famous. But you want to learn, you want to play piano in college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to practice for all the auditions and stuff then?
Yeah.
And how, like, what do you said you've been learning for like a year, right?
Yeah, I've been teaching myself. I've just been buying a couple of books, like off
Uh-huh.
of Amazon, some jazz piano books, because I don't have a teacher, and it's now like in Georgia, piano teachers are expensive, but they're probably expensive everywhere too. It's
Yeah.
for it's like 30 minutes, and then jazz. I really never like. I first started playing piano, and I first learned "River Flows in You" by Yuruma. You know that song?
Yeah.
A river flows
Like,
in
I
you.
have to say shout out to Kaka99. That guy, I think he's been like a subscriber forever, man. Um, and Pud Juggler, yes, I have watched Sakamichi. I like that. I loved some of that stuff, like the jazz music in there. It was really sweet. Anyway, okay, continue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I started by playing classical. I like Yuruma a lot, River Flows in You. But then as I started learning from these books, like these Alfred piano books and stuff, I just thought it was really boring. And my friend played for what 11 years, and his dad has been on his like butt for like practice an hour a day and do all that, do all this, and
Yeah.
lessons every once a week or something like that. And I just thought that wasn't cool. But then I started getting to jazz. It's just more of expressing myself and just doing the things that when you play jazz, it's just every jazz musician is different. No one will be the same, no matter how much you try to copy or try to mimic. Jazz is what you feel. So if you're not feeling what you can express on the piano, then you're not. I just think that you just I don't know how to explain it, but each jazz musician has a different characteristic of music. Once they hit the instrument, and it's pretty awesome. And that's why I just thought classical was too structured. I mean, don't get me wrong, classical music is amazing. I mean, yeah, like Chopin and all
I
that.
have to remind myself of that too, because sometimes I'll like put down classical music in my head, kind of like, oh, it's classical music, like I
Yeah.
don't, it's very structured and rigid, and I don't like that. But no, man, I mean, like, I love listening to like violins. Oh my God, that kind of classical music, or like Adagio, or like Debussy. That's kind of classical slash jazz. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's good. It's just that I don't know. When I found jazz, it was just too good. I couldn't let myself go from it. So I just started learning pentatonic scales
Right.
and stuff like that, chord like 2-5-1 progressions. Um, right now I'm having trouble playing along with the band. I don't know how. I don't
Well,
know.
if you want, I can give you in a few, yeah, in like maybe 5-10 minutes or whatever. I can tell you exactly a lot of what you need to do if you want to get into a college and audition for like a jazz. You want to be a jazz piano major.
Yep, a jazz compositionist. Yep, major in
Yeah,
jazz composition.
yeah, that's gonna take. I'm just telling you straight up, it's gonna take a lot of freaking work.
Yep.
In this year, especially if you're a senior. Are you just starting? What's today? 11. So you got 7 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need a bust fucking ass.
that's what I'm doing right now, dude.
Bust fucking ass. Like at least 2 hours a day.
No,
At least,
I just got done practicing 2 hours and 30 minutes. I was trying to hit 3. I mean, I was
Yeah.
like a whole notebook full of like an organized way of practicing because once I practice jazz, it's like you can go anywhere. Jazz is like a whole new world. So you
Yeah,
can
it's hard to stay on target.
hard to stay on one thing to do.
Yeah, because you just want to solo. Yeah, that's me.
Licks,
Yeah.
solos, runs. So I have to limit myself each day to what I can practice because I'll just go off on a tangent if I don't do that. And it's
Well,
crazy.
so you're gonna audition, right? You're
Yep.
gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Yeah. So your main thing should be learning a ton of fucking standards.
Oh, no, I did not want you to say that.
You gotta.
I,
You gotta find out like the most played standards.
like autumn leaves and all that.
Autumn
Things
Leaves,
you are.
Autumn Leaves, all the things you are, Stella by Starlight,
Flying
all those kinds of Blue Bossa.
I never understood that. So when you open the book and it has the chord changes on top and then it has the melody,
Mhm.
how do you just use root position of the chord or you just make up your own?
You can play root position, yeah, and especially Well, you'll be playing with a bass player probably, because in auditions they'll have a rhythm section for you, right?
Yep.
So first, I think the auditions. Do you know how they go? Or
You play a piece, you play your piece, and then they give you sight readings,
Mhm.
and then you do call and response, ear training, and what else?
Yeah,
And then they let you jam with them. If it's a jazz school, they'll probably let you jam with them a little bit, see if you can improvise or not. And
right.
that, and
And
then yeah, and
I
that's
maybe this is just at like Berkeley, because I just know that at Berkeley they yeah. So maybe the other ones are easier, but
that's
that yeah
actually
that jam session part is where like you have to know it. You have to know the songs because they're gonna call out a song and you're gonna go up there and they're just gonna say play. They're not gonna give you. I don't think you can bring your real book in there, but if you do, it's like kind of looks bad, because it's like
yeah.
you know it by heart.
See, that's the problem. I want to learn standards, and I really don't know how yet. Right now,
I
I'm
think
practicing a piece by Hiromi for my audition. You know Hiromi, he just Tyron or just
yeah, you just talked about her. Yeah.
actually I think
What piece is it?
Hayes.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That is a freaking beautiful song.
yeah. I'm getting far in it too. I've been practicing like hell. It's crazy in this song, and just been practicing improvising and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess for a year of playing and teaching myself, I guess I'm pretty good. And I'm kind of glad I picked up piano late because I think some kids don't appreciate it as much once they've played it for a while and they've been doing these lessons and they've been told to practice an hour a day or something like my friend for instance. I just don't think they appreciate it enough or much anymore like they used to once they first got into it. Because I don't think anyone should be forced to be played an instrument or just
Yeah.
I just think so. I'm kind of glad I picked it up myself. I picked it up about 2 years ago in July.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I've been
Yeah,
this.
I'm having to deal with like the not the shell shock, but like the remnants of people who have gone through those kinds of lessons, you
Yeah,
know. And that's why that's who they appeal to, I think.
I can
They're like,
probably
oh,
actually.
I hate just playing the stuff that's on the page. I hate just reading the sheet music. I hate um yeah, having to play beginner songs all the time and not being able to improvise. It's like
Yeah, I can actually play. I can actually probably play for you a little bit. I don't know if my friend will mind because my piano is. But I don't know. Yeah, but standards though. I remember I borrowed a fake book or a real book or whatever which one from a friend of mine, and I just didn't understand it. I knew the melody. That was the melody being played, but some of the chords.
yeah,
I don't
that's
understand some of the chords
man,
that
that's
have
the
to be
first
in
thing
it.
you gotta get on, dude. You gotta get
Yeah.
on that. Like, yeah, I would straight up, yeah, I would just look at like C major seven, right? C E G B. You
Yeah.
know how to form that, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
You just go to any major scale, just get the 1 3 5 7. That's your major seventh chord, right?
yeah.
So whenever you see that inside the lead sheet, it'll say a C triangle 7, which means major in okay, C triangle. Triangle means major
Yeah.
in notation of jazz notation. Or Maj, MAGA 7. So then when you see that, you'll just play that with your left hand. But you'll be playing with a bass player. So first you kind of got to learn how to play those songs with the root position right
Yeah,
there.
and then what I mostly do is play when I'm mostly just improvising. I play with rootless voicings. I don't play with
Right.
yeah, I play with rootless voicing because I know there's gonna be a bass player or something like that. I don't know. I just
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Then you're on your way then.
yeah. I just I mean, since I don't have an actual teacher, I just have to kind of pick it up myself, watch a couple of videos, and understand it like the other people do. And I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would yeah, learning licks. Yeah, I mean, just to tell you what I would do if I was gonna go audition, yeah, I would learn a shit load of songs. I would
Yeah.
uh I would play with like the backing tracks with them too, because that
Yeah,
way
that's what I'm trying to do too with the drums, a backing track of drums or something like that.
yes, yeah,
How do you do? How do you do? I don't. It's just. I guess my ear is not as good as others because I've been playing long enough. but I guess I have to get the feel for it first. I
To
don't know.
what? To play with other people?
No, yeah, and to play with a backing track and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would just start and also you have to listen to a lot of jazz so that you know
Yeah.
what a jazz pianist would play there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
like
you have a real book with you right now?
yeah.
Can you show me I don't know, can you show me an example of playing a song or like all the things you are? I don't know.
Like with a backing track or something?
No, well, yeah. Well, does your piano do that? Can
Yeah,
you?
I recorded backing tracks, just for myself.
Oh yeah, can you show me? I mean, I don't know how you would actually show me.
No, just play.
Can you play something for me? I mean, I can take a thing I learned from you. For instance, I can take and practice a backing track on this.
That's good.
And just you're improvising. You told. Stuff like, and I can just practice that with a backing track or something. I don't know. I don't know how to start off.
No, you got to get get a real book and then just play over the backing track to those chords and put a bass, like just play the bass note when you see the chord. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, like E flat, B
Oh,
flat, 2, 3, 4, A flat. That
well,
kind of thing.
I gotta buy another real book then.
Yeah,
Then
you got to buy one real. We'll just buy one real book, and then yeah, just play some kind of swing drums feel like something like that, and then play the bass note to it, and then you play the rootless chords later.
what you mean? Like play it just when you start off, just like say C. Like if it says go to C,
Yeah, so you play that for you could record the bass doing that, or you just buy a course that has a bunch of a bunch of backing tracks. Yeah, that may probably be the easiest.
Wait, how do you?
Or like Abersolds, if you ever heard of those.
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, definitely write that down. Aebersold.
You said
Most people just they just torrent it, but I don't think he'd be very happy about that. But it's kind of funny how a lot of people do. But basically, you can pan it to the left, and then it'll take out like the piano, or you can pan to the right, and it'll take out the bass, that kind of thing. So if you just pan to the left, then you can play with it.
Yeah. Let me write that down again. Let me find a pencil or something.
Sure.
Come on, high school senior doesn't have a pencil around this room. Ah,
All right, guys, I'm about wrapping up. Probably like 7 more minutes till we get to 9, and then I'm gonna get off. So if you want to ask your questions, you can just click the description, the link in the description, and you can get on the call and just ask me some questions.
What was the name of that again?
Aebersold, Aebersold.
So is that like a software or something? Did you download on a computer or is it?
It's like a guy who recorded. His name's Jamie Aebersold. He's a pianist, and like he recorded a bunch of backing tracks and just for like jazz instruction kind of thing.
It's pretty cool. Wow, I wish I would have got on this call earlier. Damn it. I probably need to subscribe to Piano Breaks. Was that piano? Was
Yeah,
that you?
I mean, what?
Was that you, Piano Breaks? That's at your website?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Probably need to get on that subscription list.
Yeah, I mean, if for what you're learning, it'll help a lot. And actually learning like the major sevenths and the minor sevenths and stuff, I would honestly, fastest way, I would look at my PDF, my free PDF. Like just go to the part on like 251s major and minor seventh chords and read all that stuff right there.
Yeah, I know
I know
major
my
minor.
PDF is kind of
Bruh.
okay.
I know
And
major
you know
minor.
2-5,
What was that?
and you know 2-5-1s and stuff.
Yeah. I'm actually right now I'm practicing minor 2-5-1s. So, I don't know. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just got so far, and I just need to just be in tip-top shape before the audition. And it's funny because I'm actually auditioning for Berkeley.
Really? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I think they just bring you into an auditorium with a bunch of students in the audience, and then they call up a student to come play, and then maybe they'll play, and then someone will either leave or they'll just stay, keep playing, depending on how many of that musician there are. So if there's a lot of pianists there, then you'll have to be really good, yeah, or else you'll end up like going off. But sometimes there's not very many. Like my friend Josh, one of my like previous students who plays bass, he was like one of the only bassists there, I think, and so he was able to just kind of stay playing bass for most of the time, and he knew a lot of the tunes too. So
Ah,
that's where I'm talking from because he's told me all his stories from yeah, a while back actually when he was first
yeah. A friend of mine actually got accepted last year, but she didn't go.
Mhm.
Yeah, they didn't give her enough money on the scholarship.
I'm sure it's freaking expensive. So
Dang it. So
all right, guys. All right. Well, these guys they're asking some questions. I'm is all right. I'm just gonna go into those real quick. What's a patron or GoFundMe? It's just like a donation thing, kind of. All right, my dad keeps saying that I have to learn classical before I learn jazz, but my dad only knows classical. Do you think I should follow his advice? That is kind of funny. Or should I just try jazz? Yeah, no, it's like someone who's talking about, no, you have to learn this before you learn this, even though I don't know how to do it. Like that's always a funny thing, but I mean, he has a little bit of knowledge there. It's nice to know classical before you learn jazz, and it helps with your technique. Like, yeah. I mean, even me myself, I didn't have very good technique because I never started with classical. I never started with just doing the scales and yeah. So it's very helpful, but no, it's not. I mean, as you can see from this guy right here, DJ, who is already learning and he learned by himself for like a year or a year and a half, and he sounds pretty darn good from what I'm hearing right now. You can just go straight into jazz. Like you don't need to learn you don't need to learn like all these beginner songs and stuff, right?
yes,
Like,
and
it's
you
like that's a bunch of bull.
don't forget to listen to jazz. A lot of jazz.
Yes, listen to a lot of jazz. Yeah. Um, this question is probably asked so many. This is by D Kang Mang. This question is probably asked so many times. How do I really teach myself to play and create my own melodies and chord progressions? Should I learn scales? Should I teach myself songs? Or, and it just says or. Play and create my own melodies. For that, I would just learn a lot of different songs, like existing songs, like because that's where you'll learn the chord progression. Like you're not gonna just make it up, you know, from yourself. Like all of a sudden you know how to do like a 2-5-1 or 3-6-2-5-1, or you already know 1-4 or 4-1, like minor and major, and those are like real cool, So you got to learn different chord progressions already, and the more you learn, then the more that's you're going to have in your arsenal, and then from there you'll start to realize that the same chord progressions are coming up again and again and again, and that's how you get comfortable with creating your own melodies and chord progressions. So you'll just start to do it, And no, I don't have a Patreon or GoFundMe. Oh, no problem, dude. Thanks, Pud Juggler with the Bulbasaur icon. Thanks, man.
But you said real book or fake book? It really doesn't matter, right?
Real book. I think the fake book, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think the fake book is like a little bit different. Like yeah, not quite like the actual song, like maybe there's some kind of alterations to make it like a nicer, like prettier arrangement or something, but it's not the one that like everyone would know. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you want to just do the yeah, just go through the real book and yeah.
I can't believe they do this much. That's a lot of music though.
What's that?
They're like $20. That's a lot
Yeah,
of that's a lot of
dude,
music in that book.
way freaking worth it. That's like one of the best $20 I've ever spent, which is that real book sitting right on my keyboard right there. Yeah.
Wait, can you show me something real quick? Like with the book, the chord, the melody and yeah, the melody and the chord progression.
What about it?
I just want to hear it.
Like what, any song or just I mean,
Yeah, any song. Or Autumn Leaves. I think I've seen you play that one.
thanks D Kang Meng. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And as you can see, DJ learned the feather tutorial pretty well too, so that sounded good. I like it. All right, you were just saying just play something?
Yeah.
Play some kind of some real book song?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this. I'll probably end up playing this another time, but this is like the song Tenderly, and I have like a backing track for it. So the track goes on longer than that. But
And those chords you got from the real book, right? The chords.
yeah, they're all in there. Well, this particular real book doesn't have that song, but it has a ton of songs though. So you might have to get another real book too later on, maybe after you've kind of like gone through a lot of those, and only go through the popular songs too. Don't waste your time with other songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna order it right now. Cause I got really powwow before the auditions in like 2 months. I gotta bust my ass every day from
Oh,
here.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta learn. Yeah. Yeah, just learn like all those like autumn leaves, misty, maybe tenderly. Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah,
do
just
you,
all the things you are, they're like all those like very standard standards, and you can
yeah.
probably find them on Google. Just say like top 100 commonly played standards or something like that. You know.
Do you know the chords off the top of your head? Like right now, you can just say them. For say autumn leaves. Isn't it in G minor or something like that?
No, it's an E minor actually. Well, it depends. There's one in G minor and there's one in E minor too. But the one in the real book is actually in E minor. So you just said G minor, so you'll probably be learning a new way to play it.
I don't know. I just know the melody a little bit. I don't know.
All right, dude. Well,
And then you change it.
I think I've given you a lot of shit that you can. Yeah, I feel like you're on your way though, dude. You're doing the right things and um.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta go to that. Gotta go to that school. I
Awesome,
gotta,
dude.
and then
Yeah,
jazz is just crazy. It's funny. Well, a quick little story. I would have never learned jazz if it weren't because I'm in chorus right now, and so last year I just got into this chorus class at my school. I go to Norcross High School in Georgia, and this kid I didn't play jazz at all at first, and so this new kid just walks in. He's like couldn't speak any English. He's from El Salvador or something like that, and then I thought I was all cool playing. I don't even know if I remember this, like playing. I don't know. I don't even remember any of the songs and stuff like. I thought I was cool playing that, and then this dude comes over. He goes, he's just doing all this and all that crazy stuff, and I'm like, dude, what is that? And he's like, jazz. I'm like, serious? I'm like, seriously, dude? You gotta teach me. And then from then on, just went. And he moved actually the next semester, and I was kind of bummed out. But yeah.
he was there long enough to plant the seed, right?
Huh?
He was there long enough to plant the seed, right?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, we still keep in contact though. But yeah, ever since that time, it's just been practicing my ass off in jazz, and because it's been way better. It's just a better experience. I don't know. It's just how to explain it. It just makes me feel good. The music just makes me feel better. And the blues. Stuff like that, man, it's crazy, man. How it makes you actually feel. And if you're not feeling anything, then you're not playing. I don't care if you're putting your finger on the key. If you're not feeling anything, you're not playing. You gotta feel when you play jazz, man, or blues. I don't see how no one else can play that without feeling. But yeah, man, bust my ass for the next couple of months. Get that real book before it's too late.
Get it, dude, and get the backing tracks and learn. Yeah, have fun with that. Actually, I'll probably be right out there with you because I'm going to be practicing myself. Just trying to learn more. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, oh man, that was 2 hours. Holy crap, that's been long. But this was way, way worth it to me. Like, yeah, and not even like, yeah. I'm just really freaking glad that I did this. So.
Well, when is your next? When are you gonna do the next live call or?
I don't know. I guess I'll schedule another one. I don't know. I'll let you guys know though. I'll make it like so you can see it, beforehand, and then later. Yeah, just have another open Q&A. That was freaking awesome. I can't even express it right now, but yeah, fucking amazing. So.
You can see me back here, but if you do it late though, because I probably won't be able to do it early.
Right. There's a lot of that stuff where I just can't accommodate everyone, but we'll see. But for like Florida or Georgia, yeah, you're in Georgia, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's like 3 hours back for you, right?
Yeah, that's not very much. So. But
Oh,
I
wait.
have people from like the guy that was on earlier. He was in Japan right now. So
That
it was
dude
like
was in
4 a.m.
Japan?
What's that?
That dude was in Japan?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
And then the other guy was in Canada. The other guy was, I don't actually know where George was from, but yeah. All right, dude. Well, I'm going to close it off right now at 2 hours and something minutes. So I will definitely have another one of these. And thank you all for watching. And this was freaking awesome. All right, man. All right, take care.
Thanks.
Thanks, DJ. Like, thanks for your contribution too. I'm really glad, and I hope you get. Yeah, I hope everything goes well with your audition. So,
Yeah, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
no
From
problem.
you especially. That's sweet. All right.
All right, man. All right, take care.
You too.